Un accident is an accident. Un concert is a concert. So then a basket is a basket, right? Wrong. Those are actually sneakers, and that's just one of many false friends that exist between English and French. Words that sound similar but have different meanings. Hi, I'm Malcolm, a French teacher with Babbel Live. English and French are close linguistic cousins, and if you speak English already, it's useful to notice how many French words you can guess the meaning of, just from looking at them. But at some point, relying too much on these similarities can lead to some confusion and potential awkward moments. I'll go through some of the most common false friends between English and French, and give you some tips for how to deal with this tricky part of language learning. When your phone battery is low, you need to charge your phone. But in French, charger means to load something physically. Nous allons bientôt charger le camion. Instead, you use the verb recharger. Mon portable est mort, je dois le recharger. Demander sounds like to demand, but it actually means to ask. J'ai demandé un stylo. If you would like to demand something, you can use exiger. J'exige que tu me donnes le stylo. When you want to go to an event, you might think of the verb attendre, but that won't get you anywhere because it means to wait. J'attends le train. What you're looking for is the verb assister. J'assiste au mariage de mon cousin. And yes, I know what you're thinking. What's the verb for assisting? It's actually aider. Think of the word aid from first aid kit. J'aide mes parents à porter les sacs. Some false friends can really trip you up. Éventuellement sounds a lot like eventually, but it actually means possibly. If your flaky friend tells you they'll be at a party éventuellement, it's good to know they mean that they might make it, not that they definitely will arrive at some point in the future. It's similar to the word actuellement. Your English-speaking mind might associate it with the word actually. Surprise! It means currently or presently. The actual phrase you want to use is en fait, similar to in fact. Those two examples are particularly tricky because there are a lot of similar words in French that do look similar to their English counterpart. Apparemment means apparently, naturellement means naturally, and physiquement means physically. As a general rule, it's not a bad idea to think of French's mot as roughly equivalent to English's li. It's a way of turning an adjective into an adverb, and a lot of adverbs in French are cognates with English words you may already know. So you want to simultaneously be aware of the general rule, which can help you make an educated guess when you see a new word, and start getting familiar with some of the exceptions to the rule, like actuellement. You can see a similar thing play out with French words that end in tion. Action can be translated as action. Éducation means education, and situation means situation. So location is location, right? Wrong. It's actually rental, while emplacement is location. Again, your best bet isn't to disregard the general rule because it can help you out more often than not. Contribution, réservation, population. Those spelling clues can help you avoid getting confused by false friends too. Librairie looks like library, but if you remember that fromagerie is a cheese shop and papeterie is a stationery store, you might be able to figure out that librairie is a bookstore. Some false friends can trip you up in the most subtle ways. Take raisin. If you're thinking of a dried up snack that people like to put in bagels and potato salad for some reason, you're a few days off. A raisin is a grape, but a raisin is a raisin sec, dried grape. Makes sense when you think about it, right? To be excité in French does sort of mean you're excited, but it's the kind of excitement you probably don't want to talk about in public. A bras is actually a body part and not an undergarment. Languages that share history and alphabets can give us clues about how to translate common words. Making logical inferences is a great way to expand your vocabulary and start understanding the structure of a language. But what's important to also be aware is that what seems like a reasonable guess can sometimes take you down the wrong path. Those mistakes aren't something to stress about. One surefire way to remember a word forever is to get it wrong in the right context. Believe me, every language learner has been there. You just might want to be careful about who you say you're excité de meet. We don't have enough time to cover every false friend, but hopefully this is a good starting point for how to approach words that appear similar to the English vocabulary you already know. Make sure to subscribe to the channel for more videos about language learning, and thanks for watching.